Wellness Reimagined, Biohacking for Armwrestlers. Training for a sport like arm wrestling puts the body through a lot. Some ignore the pain and discomfort and drive forward but risk serious injury. Or some give up and find themselves looking for another sport to participate in, while others, like myself, are interested in putting as much focus into recovery and rehabilitation as the strength and conditioning aspects of getting to the next level. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in the fourth episode of Wellness Reimagined, Biohacking for Arm Wrestlers. My name is Dan the Nightmare Schwartz, and today I am interviewing Greg from Snap Active Lifestyle. It's a supplement company that's been very helpful and pivotal in my arm wrestling career. I've only been doing arm wrestling a little under 2 years. I had the pleasure of meeting Greg actually just under a year ago up in Syracuse, New York, when I went to the Underground tournament ran by Central New York Arms James Reed's group. And, you know, I was cutting weight at that time, and my energy levels were fairly depleted, and I was cutting weight to my lightest I've ever been. I was originally 270 pounds, and I dropped down to 165, or sorry, 163. And just so I can make that 160 class with a 3-pound clothing allowance. And I showed up to James's house, and I was completely sapped of all my energy. And I met this man, and I said, I don't know what to do. I have no energy. The food wasn't doing it for me because my body wasn't absorbing it fast enough. And so he goes, I got the perfect thing for you. He hands me this little envelope thing, and he goes, go ahead, squeeze it and pop it in your mouth. And I was like, what is this? At first I thought it was a little wild, but then all of a sudden I had all the energy, all the fervor that I needed for my competition levels. And so I was floored by that result. So that's not the only experience that I have that I wanted to share. I also was suffering from being new in the competition world, suffering from the little lull that they have in between the times that I was competing. And so I had what we call an adrenaline dump, where I just lost all my energy after the first round of competitions, and I just felt like I wasn't going to be able to compete. I wasn't able to, step up to the table, quite literally. And so I ran back to Greg. I was like, what do you got for me for this? And he gives me another supplement that really energized me and got my heart pumping, my blood pumping, my focus, my energy levels right where I needed it. So without further ado, this is Greg. He's going to tell us a little bit about his background, his experience, and the origins of Snap.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Greg Finney with Greg Finney Active Lifestyle. I'm an Snap ambassador. The CEO, John Merlot, is the founder of the company. We have a Core 4 supplement. It's a revolutionary new little snap packs like nothing out there. It's a liquid delivery system. And the ones he's referring to, I'll get a little bit into, but tell you about myself. So I was training years ago to fight. I was a fighter for a little while. I was an arm wrestler. I actually broke my arm at a qualifying competition, had to have my arm reconstructed. You can watch the video on YouTube. It's not the funnest thing to watch, at least for me. And I used to be a personal trainer, loved it. I loved nutrition. I loved helping people. I loved that lifestyle, but I didn't really have a good income. And I wasn't able to make the living I wanted. So, fast forward now, 49 years old, I'm still in pretty good shape. I take care of myself. I practice a little bit. I ref a little bit. My arm wrestling is kind of over for me. But I seek a new journey. I got involved in Snap. It's changed my life. I'm a traditional business owner. I've been very successful in it. I own a large roll-off container company, but there's no passion behind it. I have no passion behind it at all. It's I'm selling trash cans. It makes a great living for me though. When I met John and got into the Snap, it was like meant for me. Literally, as soon as I seen it, I said, "Oh my God, I need to be a part of this." It's plant-based, organic, gluten-free, vegan-free, all the frees. It's unbelievable. We have a Core 4 product. The first one I gave him was what's called Surge, which is an all-day energy, or you can use it as a pre-workout. I use it as an all-day energy and a pre-workout. You don't have that adrenaline crash. You don't have shakes. You don't have jitters. The caffeine in it is 200 milligrams of raw green coffee bean. If you research roasted coffee bean, there's a amazing difference, and that's where you get all the problems with, and the crashes and everything else for the roasting process and the chemicals. It has an S7 oxide blend, boosts your nitric oxide levels by 230%. So you get major blood flow and circulation through the body. It helps with focus, clarity, body composition, and it just gives you a really, really good sustainable energy where you're not sweaty, you're not shaky. I have people that have compared it to Adderall without the jitters and shakes. I have students that love it, truck drivers, construction guys. I mean, if you want good, clean energy that has no artificial flavors, artificial sugars, we're sweetened with either allulose or with stevia or truvia. So they're all plant-based sweeteners. The second one that I gave him was the Complete, which the Complete has a full dose of B12, which is going to help you like that after lunch, that midday energy that you need. Has neurofactor, which helps with focus and brain cognitivity. So even on arm wrestling, when you're on the table and you're timing and you're looking at the ref and you're timing and you're trying to get your little edge movement and try to gain a little position in that, you're going to focus better. You're going to have better focus. It also has 18 organic greens. So you get all your greens for the day in it. It has a shot of biotin, which is good for your skin, nails, and hair. It just really helps complete your whole body with the nutrients, especially if you're cutting weight as an arm wrestler or any sport. If you're cutting weight and cutting calories and counting nutrition, this gives you the complete nutrition. We also have Reverse, which Reverse is an anti-aging. Also has it's a DNA repair at a cellular level. It has AC11 in it, which has clinical studies have shown has huge anti-inflammatory properties in it, which is just amazing for arm wrestlers because that's all we're doing: inflammation, slowing everything out. I used to take it long before it was in this product, so when I saw it with this, I couldn't believe it. Because it's something you could take long term. It's not your typical ibuprofen that you can only take for like 11 days before it becomes toxic in your body. This is something you could take forever. And we have a full dose of ACL cherry, which is your full dose of vitamin C, but it has really strong immune boosting properties in it. And then it helps lengthen your telomeres, which is your cells, your healthy cells. It helps lengthen them. So essentially, you live longer. It's amazing product. And then everything I tell everybody, I learned just from one of the head trainers, celebrity trainers, Joe Physique. Sleep is the last product we have. Now, the sleep, this is key for people. Everything starts with sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, you don't get enough rest, you're not going to heal. You're not going to recover. You're not going to wake up refreshed. You're not going to perform optimally. Ours has melatonin. It has pharmagavin, HTP, magnesium, and chamomile in it. And what it does is it acts as like tryptophan in the body, gets you in that little turkey coma too. And also it relaxes your whole body and gets you in that state of total relaxation. So you get proper blood flow and circulation through your body. So you wake up refreshed, you wake up revived, you feel great. None of this is habit forming, and there's no downfalls. A lot of nutrition out there anymore, it's great for energy, but it's artificially sweetened and it's going to give you cancer, or it's good on this end, but it's not good in this. We have come up with a solution to that where this is a total nutrition in every aspect of your life that's going to help you physically, emotionally. It's going to help you every part of your life, literally, and improve your health.
So with that being said, other than the benefits that you're discussing and all the different ingredients and great valuable ingredients that our body needs, what sets this supplement apart? Because I can speak to that myself, but I want to hear it from you. What sets this apart for the convenience factor?
One thing alone, these little snap packs, it's 0.17 fluid ounces. It's you take it, you hold it. I'll actually demonstrate one right now. This is the energy one. I'm going to the gym after this, so I'll just do it now. You take it right here, you hold it up to your face.
And that easy. Done. You don't need to mess around with the shaker. You don't need to drink any water or anything like that with it. It just supplies everything you need.
You throw it right in your gym bag. No shakes, no powders, no pills. 30% of Americans can't even swallow pills. goes down really easy. You could put it in water too, but it just kind of became a trend of everybody just being in a hurry and just snapping it. But you actually can put these in water too. They're
Okay.
TSA approved. They're TSA approved, so you can take them on flights with you. They're not heat sensitive. So you can keep them in your car, or a lot of people are doing is they're chilling them. They like them chilled. You can do that with them too. The things are just amazing. They're so convenient. They're like the size of a credit card, and the convenience factor and the delivery system. So, most pills that you take, you're only absorbing 20 to 30%. Most of it you're urinating out. That's where you get that smelly yellow, urination that everybody has experienced at one time, from Flintstone vitamins to the gummies these days. This has a clinically proven 98% absorption rate.
Whoa, that's
So
a huge bioavailability. That's huge.
as soon as you get it into your saliva glands, and it starts immediately working and taking into your body and taking effect. And like the energy, I'm not waiting 15 to 20 minutes. I have energy now, and it's not like a rush and the caffeine highs and lows. You get any of that, just nice, sustainable, and the liquid nutrition and all the ingredients and the key things that it does for your body sets us apart from everybody. I mean, we've literally created our own lane. There's nobody out there with anything like this.
And you know what? That's one of my favorite things why I wanted to highlight is because there is nothing else quite like the bioavailability, the convenience factor, the fact that you can take this at any given point during the day. You don't have to be around a source of water to necessarily consume this, whereas other protein supplements or other supplements, period, you have to have a mixer, you have to, put a whole bunch of fruits into something and blend it. You don't have to do all that, which is great. I happen to love the product myself. I actually need to re-up on it. I ran out, so I'll be in touch with Greg in that regards. With that being said, what is one thing that this business has done for you and your clients that you didn't expect or anticipate that kind of shocked you? Like, whoa, that's really cool.
Well, I tell you, so I got into it because it's something I'm passionate about. I'm financially in a pretty good. We set this up as a direct marketing, and now the money and the payment plan on it is amazing, and I'm giving people value. I'm helping people. In return, I'm actually making money. And it wasn't even about the money. I'm actually doing something that is fulfillment for my life. Like, I love this. I could talk shop all day. It's not a job for me. I'm actually looking to do this full time. I actually am doing it full time and running my business right now. And then the beautiful thing that I'm seeing now is I have people that are making income because of me now. I'm creating health and wealth for people. Quick example is just something that I just love. I have a girl, she's been in for a few months now. She hasn't put her children to bed. And the Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, because she bartends in the last 5 years of her life, she got into it. She's a very introverted person. She's not a salesperson. She's not even a really gym person. She does yoga and she does take care of herself. And I got her involved in this, and she just sent me a video 2 weeks ago of her kissing her kids goodnight, and she was able to leave her second job. And like, I can't even begin to tell you what that did for me. Like, to know that I showed her step by step what to do, and she did what I told her to do, and it worked for her. And now she's like, hey, how do I quit my day job? And I'm like, well, let's work on that, and she went from a very introverted, doesn't talk to people much, very, to now she's outgoing, she's excited, and and every Thursday and Friday now with her kids. She doesn't have to leave at 2:00 in the afternoon to go to work. That right there, if I don't do anything else, that it was, it's almost selfish, because doing for other people is the most selfish act you can really do, because the feeling it gives you.
Well, what you're also helping reinforce has been one of my biggest mantras, is that your wellness should not be a luxury. And that's not just yours. It's your immediate circle, your family. Everything should become something as a commonplace as brushing your teeth. It shouldn't be a second thought like, ooh, I'm not going to be able to afford to do this because I have to do this. No, your body needs to be prioritized so that you can do more. so that we can live our lives to our fullest and fullest potential, whatever that may be for each individual. You know, while this show might be geared for arm wrestlers, any walk of life that is in any form interested in becoming more active and becoming more aware of themselves can benefit from what we're offering here.
Absolutely. And especially people that work so much and just chase that dollar, just chase the money. All that money is great, but what is it if you're not alive, if you're not there to see it? You've never seen a U-Haul behind a hearse. You can't take the money with you, you know. So I mean, you have it's not healthy. Enjoy it.
You know, there's another age-old adage that I always like to live by. Don't get too busy earning a living that you forget to live a life.
So true.
And, you know, that's one of those things that if we focus on just making the dollars, focus on getting to that vacation spot, does everything in between now and then actually matter? Or is that substance? Is that something that you can, you know, carry on with you and say, hey, no, like, I worked hard for this. This is the hard work that I have to show for it within my own personal life. No, there isn't. So you got to find that balance. And I think what we're doing right now is helping that movement really take form and take shape in a way that people can make sense out of it. I'm going to be posting all the links to Greg's social medias below, but where can they find you?
Well, you can go to my TikTok, which is Greg M. Finney. We just hit 13 million views on there. You can go to G Finney 412 is my Instagram. And for OSNAP, you can go to osnap.com/full circle G. I believe that everything in life comes in a full circle, and if you give and help others and inspire others, it all comes back to you. You know, I was a taker for a lot of my life when I was younger. It was out for me. What can I get for me? What can I do for me? When I changed that, and I started giving and doing things for people and helping people. I'm not talking just money or anything like that. I'm talking value. Money is nothing. Everybody can make money, lose money, but giving people value, taking the time when you ask someone how they're doing, don't just make it a comment. How you doing? Like, how are you doing? Like, show real intent and interest in what they're doing. Don't just make it something to say for the sake of saying it. Once I started doing that, my whole life is I got John Merlot is my mentor, my friend, my business partner. My whole life has changed because of him, and he has seen things in me that has made him, you know, push the envelope for me and expect more out of me. And now I'm traveling with them, and I'm meeting some of the people that I've read their books, I've followed, they've been mentors without even knowing it. I'm attracting myself around all these great, wonderful people. And the funny thing is, everybody I'm meeting that aren't even in the OSNAP, their nutrition and their health are number one in their life, because that's the only way you're going to live a good, happy life.
Well, as I mentioned to you before we started the interview, your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So if you're putting out some type of vibrations that are all about your wellness, your health, and you're really genuinely interested about it, it's going to attract like-minded people. And that's what I'm trying to highlight and create here. At some point down in the future, I'm going to be creating a Facebook community platform where, you know, if you're not in the state of New York, or you don't know where to find these recovery options or these nutrition options, you can find a source right there in this community where they can direct you in the right place, and they can give you guidance where you need it. So it's going to be a platform where all walks of life can benefit from. I'm super excited. Once again, thank you so much, Greg, for taking the time out of your busy week to discuss these things and share this with the public. I really hope that everybody can benefit from what you're offering. Stay tuned for the next week's episode of Wellness Reimagined, as well as the end of the month. We'll be bringing Greg back for a live Q&A.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.